Alrighty. Ugh.
I is back.
No, I just started. I just recording. I'm not live streaming though. Just so you know.
Alright.
No, so I was saying I was watching this TikTok guy, this TikToker who was just like, uh, where he's just watching, he's like reacting to these videos. This guy interviewing chicks. I think it's in Las Vegas though, cause I can tell from the background, like the setting of it. He's all these like real cute hot chicks, right? And they ask him
Yeah.
like they'll ask him questions, like they'll fucking bot like kind of like through a curveball at them just to fuck with them, and like one of them was why I was watching like so who's more valuable, like who's more of a prize, women or men? And women obviously, women's like me, bitch, and have like I'm like, all right. And the guy dude's so pissed, like, oh, y'all, man, this is why women are so delusional because they think like, oh, so
Ah,
fuck
damn.
man. I was like, this guy, like the guy reacting to that video was like saying all this crazy shit, like, oh my god, so delusional. Look at my eyelashes. Oh, like this is like doing the whole impression. Those fucking, damn, dude. Like, who fucking hurt you? But like, you making some good points though. Not gonna lie. Like, fuck. And
um,
and like this guy will like so they're these two chicks, they're friends, and they're like, all right, and they ask the same question, like, who do you think is more valuable? Who's more of a prize? You know, men or women? It's like women. Both of them say women. I was like, okay, what if it's like a lesbian relationship? Like, you know, who would be the actual prize? And then like we both are, and like we both like if I was like, okay, so and then so if you guys were in a relationship, like a normal straight male female would be still be the prize. Like females, like so. Oh, okay. So like it really shows like man, females are so delusional. And the guy was like, man, like these girls are so fucking delusional that they're more valuable than men. Like god damn, like like man, it was just like shit. I don't know. It was a bunch of videos like that. I don't know, man.
yeah.
It's
Uh,
what's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. It's like, uh, I guess it's
I'm
kind of
not saying I'm not
controversial
saying
at the
every
same
woman.
time.
I'm not
I'm
saying
not saying
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
right or they're wrong, but it's like,
It's such a it's
being
a
honest
yeah,
is you do want to, like, let's say you're in a relationship. You want to think that the other person is,
oh
the
yeah,
opposite. Your partner is like
yeah.
the prize, your everything. That's what it's supposed to be. But at the same time, like, if you think about it in a, like, I guess you could say, like, egotistic,
Oh
like,
yeah.
for yourself. like
Oh
let's
yeah, no.
say me, if you put
Mhm.
it in a perspective of like
Yeah.
the rest of the people around you,
Mhm.
obviously I'm gonna say I'm the motherfucking prize. Like, fuck all
Right.
these other motherfuckers, right?
Oh, okay.
So if you take it like that, it's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you kind of have to put yourself as a prize for yourself. Like, you can't be like, oh no, that person's better than me, or that man or that woman. But when
Mhm.
you're in your relationship, you kind of do want to be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. No,
that
yeah.
person's my everything. They're my
Right.
prize, you
Right.
know.
But
So
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I think on that. But
No, yeah, no. I kind of agree with you in that sense. I do. I actually do.
yeah.
That may. But no. So, and this guy was trying to prove is a lot of women these days is they have such a mindset that they think their superiority is much better than all men. That's what they're like, and they get everything they want just because they look pretty and shit. That's the whole
You
point
know.
that the guy was trying to make, you know.
That's,
That
well, yeah. I mean,
you know.
that's the sad part of our society today, is that honest, like, sadly, that's the truth. Like, women most of the time are gonna get away with a lot of things
Hmm.
because of the simple fact that they're women, and
Yeah.
they could use their looks, even though some women can deny and be like, no, I don't, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, most men look at women that way and they have an advantage.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
then, I mean, you can also say that about some men.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, but like the whole problem I've been seeing though,
But yeah,
my perspective that I've been seeing is a lot of these women want equality,
right,
but they technically want superiority, not equality. Because then we technically are equal already in the sense we all
right, right,
have
right, right,
majority of the laws already applied that we're technically, we there's no such thing as what men get paid more than women. Like unless it's like a different job position, obviously that's a whole different case. But like
yeah,
overall, like we are equal, but now women want more, and they have this need to become superior than men for some reason. They don't want equality. They talk about equality, but technically they want superiority, and they're always trying to
yeah,
prove themselves
yeah,
right. And that's where the toxicity comes in and fucks the
right,
whole. Like I agree with the whole equality. I'm up for it, but then they go above and beyond to prove themselves they're better than every man, and then having this type of like mental logic, thinking like it's such a toxicity they love up within that community, and it's just kind of like, bro. Like I don't know. It's just that's what I've noticed. Like
right.
they have such a toxic mindset these days, and I'm noticing a lot of females. Like you talk, but what's crazy though? Where all starts though, what I've noticed, where all fucking starts that whole mindset. Because high school, no, I remember in high school, no one talked about this shit. Like no one really cared. Like
Right,
you can talk to a girl, get her number, have fun, go probably hook up if you're lucky, if you got enough game. Probably hook
right,
up with all shit. It's like high school's high school. No one cared about equality. No one cared about. Once you get to college, though, that's where people started to build that mindset. Because a lot of that mindset, toxicity mindset, like I get it, what they're fighting for, but the way they're going about it is so fucking stupid and so fucking like toxic as fuck. Like I get I get why, but how they're doing it is where it kind of throws me off. Like it's just like how they're going about it is so fucking like canceling people because they don't agree with them, fucking riots and like fucking being
yeah,
aggressive.
man,
It's just there's
yeah,
I get it, you can protest, you can do what the fuck like you have the right to protest, you have to do a lot, but just because you
yeah,
can't be
yeah,
mad at somebody just because they disagree with you, and that's all that.
right,
It's crazy because even comedians can't even like do stand up anymore around universities because fucking the college people don't fucking are such little fucking pussy. Like they have such a mindset where like everything's so sensitive to them, everything's so fucking hurtful to them that they can't handle jokes, and then they throw such a fucking hissy fit about it that's why comedians cannot. If you look up, a lot of comedians stop going to colleges because for that reason, because they can't handle the jokes, and that's where
oh,
a lot of that toxicity comes from. Is
shit.
the
I
fuck?
mean, why?
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
it's yeah, I
I
know
don't
it's a
know.
lot
I
of
feel
like
like it's
yeah,
it is pretty bad though, in my opinion, to go to
yeah.
colleges because you're talking to people that are not completely built yet.
No, no, complete.
Like
Like they're
they're not
barely
ready.
being introduced to all this shit.
Like
They
they're
don't know how
finding
to
out who the
handle
fuck
it.
they are, in my
They're just
opinion.
like,
So it's
oh
like,
shit, this is happening. Oh my god, this is happening. Oh my god, oh I don't know how to handle this. I need my safe space. Like, bro, get the fuck over yourself, bro. Like, it's just like this bit's going on for a while now. You
yeah,
just
yeah,
chill the fuck out and like, all right, process information. Okay, all right, be fucking logical, be fucking normal, be an adult, bro. Don't fucking be like I've seen all these people act like goddamn children, dude, and then they can't handle a conversation with an adult, dude. It's like, bro, if you can go back to your mommy, bro. Like, don't if you can't handle conversations, just don't start it if you can't handle it. You know? I don't know, man. It's just like that. That's where like I disagree with a lot of these feminists now these days. I used to believe in
hmm
them, especially the Black Lives Matter. Right now, they're just as toxic. Right now, I was watching this video of this fucking chick who she's clearly black and she's got black kids. Like she looks half black or like some kind of like has a mix, and she has black kids, right? And there was a video that she was being attacked by these group of Black Lives members movement because she literally just got shot, but she's fine though. But like she was got attacked literally by a black dude, and then that black dude later got the cops got to them and then they shot that dude, and then like they had this whole they were all up in their fucking telling her shit. Like, bro, she's a fucking victim, dude. What the fuck is wrong? That's where, like, right there, shit like that. I cannot believe in Black Lives Movement. I get why they're standing up for it, but at the same
Mm.
time, bro, the way they're going about it is fucked up.
Yeah. I mean,
They're just because they disagree with
right,
you doesn't mean you should be fucking acting like a goddamn asshole and like
right.
victim and like making like putting a fucking literally clearly she's fucking in shock, traumatized. She almost fucking died, and then her own kids almost died, and now their kids are traumatized. Now they're there to believe that they're it's just like it's fucked up. Like you can't just do that to people and then record it and make her feel like she's the crazy one. Like bro, she's every right to be crazy at that point. She's crying, fucking scared. She just almost got killed that day. Like, come on, dude. That's where especially when I was in Fayetteville, bro, the most black community ever, right? I was
Right.
when I was there because I was stationed right next to it, so it's like they had a whole protest because of what happened in Float. Remember, like Skybo Road was called Skybo Road, massive fucking road, right? Everybody was there. We were told by a lot of our higher ups and to stay away from the area because it was so crowded and people were like throwing rocks or some shit at the cars or whatever that were passing through. I don't know, some shit like just they told us just try to stay away from that area as much as
Yeah, yeah.
possible. Uh, and literally that later that night, they were protesting. Fuck yeah, hey, you have a right to protest. I was actually alright. You know what? That's fucked up. You know what? You guys have a right to protest. What happened to Floyd? Whatever. You know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
that's you have it right. But then later they fucking just start rioting that mall and they're protesting next to. They fucking broke into it. Jason was JC Penny. They fucking stole the shit. It's like yeah, all for Black Lives Matter. And then they start tearing down fucking statues, fucking $1 million worth. Not $1 million. I don't know how much it's worth, but it's like priceless, historical fucking shit,
Mm.
And like they were just vandalizing everybody, fucking throwing rocks at people's houses. Fucking, it was just no, that's going too far. That to me, that's you know, you don't do that. You can protest. You can stand there, pull your signs out, protest. Fuck yeah, you have every right to do that. But when you start vandalizing property and shit like that, nah, you lost me there, bro. Now you're just like, you're not protesting. You're just fucking, you're just being fucking stupid assholes, taking advantage of a situation and stealing shit. You know, I don't know, man. That's not protesting to me at that point. And that's where they lost me. And they did that shit over and over, and they lasted for a few months to calm down a little bit. But now they're using Black Lives Matter for everything just because of what very reason a fucking black person gets shot by a cop. Oh, Black Lives Matter bullshit. Like, nah. Like, even though the fucking dude had the cop actually had the original right. Like that situation, the guy was shooting the chick, like the mother of a single mother of two kids. Dude, I mean, yeah, that dude's gonna get shot. I mean, he should have thought of it before fucking whatever reasons that person had to shoot
Yeah.
that girl. Like, come on. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's become such a toxic community where people don't even sympathize or try to understand other people's side of the story, and they just got like just because what black people do got shot. Oh, fuck this person, fuck the cause, fuck all the people that were involved in shooting this poor man. Even that man could be a fucking rapist, could have been a fucking child molester. They don't fucking care. He was black, the cop was white. That's all that they see. Like they don't fucking. That's where like, bro,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just. What I found out about Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather. Fucking what was the guy named Floyd? Fucking
It was
George Floyd. George Floyd.
George Floyd.
Guess
Yeah.
what? He was actually a wife beater. That's why they were so aggressive with him. Yeah, the cops knew him because they caught him once beating his wife, but they couldn't arrest him because the wife couldn't admit it, even though the wife was legit like covered in bruises. And later they caught him doing some illegal shit with the whole like that was like, oh, this is our moment. Fucking got his ass. That's where it
No,
was super aggressive.
I
Yeah.
heard yeah, I heard he was involved in some fraud stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but no, he was
Fraud.
he was also a wife beater too, bro. Like he beat his wife.
Mm.
Like yeah, dude. Like I don't respect any
Right.
man like that. And I don't care if he's Asian,
Of course
fucking
not.
white, any
Yeah.
any
No,
person's
he
a
could be
wife beater.
Mexican, man.
He's Mexican,
Don't
bro. If
matter,
that
man.
dude's a wife beater, bro, he ain't no man, dude. I
But
don't give a fuck what he is.
well, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
I agree with you
yeah,
on
yeah.
that point. But also,
But
like,
the thing
these
is,
guys,
people don't know the whole full story. And that's
yeah,
where
yeah,
like they
no,
just see
right.
color and that's it. And that's what they divide us on. Is never you don't know the full story. You don't not allowed to say bullshit, whatever the fuck you want to say. Because who knows? That could have done way more worse shit that you don't even know. And he probably paid the price for it. Probably karma's got to him already. That was his moment to fucking like, yeah, we can't have you in this world anymore, bro, because you the shit you've done, you know, and you haven't done anything to fucking remorse or fixed it. You know, it's kind of like, he's done more
Well, it
bad
might have
than good. I'm bad,
right.
you know,
Well,
and
I guess it might have been like
yeah,
how life carries itself.
yeah,
Whatever you
yeah,
do in this world, it's gonna come back to you
exactly.
eventually.
That's what I believe.
But at the same time, it's not what he did. I mean, what he did was wrong. I'm not agreeing with
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he
yeah,
did
yeah.
wrong.
But no, I can
But
see.
at the same
But
time, it's
no,
like,
no. I
but
honestly,
the cops were some
yeah, yeah.
other shit. He totally
They
fucking
were
wrong.
pissed at him the whole
Yeah.
time because they couldn't arrest him the first time because of that reason. And then they were like, they wanted to, but they couldn't because didn't have. The wife said I don't know what her excuse was, but she didn't want to admit into the cops that she was getting beaten by him, even though she was covering bruises and shit. I don't know what excuse she made, but she tried like not, because like she's obviously scared. She's not gonna admit to it right away.
Of course.
No wife who's getting beaten by his husband is gonna admit right away, especially right in front of them with the cops and shit, because you know they never do. They're scared. They're very fucking scared. And I don't blame them for that, but it's just
Right.
I can see why the cops are so aggressive with him, like extremely aggressive, because that was too aggressive. Without like why? And there's no reason because he's black. There's no reason for that. I don't think that was the full reason. But now I know why. Because they're pissed at him still. Because he got away beating his wife. That's what it came down to. And then no man, and they knew how no man likes that. Like the whole department knew him. Like that's how, and that's what no one did shit. Like no one around him did shit. They just let him fucking. But that's the thing. No one knows the full story. They just see black and white. Boom. And that's how the media sees it. That's how society sees it, and that's where like you know, and that's why people don't like to see the full picture, man. They like to see what they want to see.
Right.
That's really is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Where, of course, people are not gonna see the full story. They're just gonna see whatever's on the media, and that's why media is such a fucking
Oh yeah, dude. I don't trust the media. Completely.
media is such a fucking hypocritical platform because they'll just put what gets views, like any other, uh, like any other person on the media. Just one views, because that's what makes the money. That's what brings in the cash flow, and that's what
Oh
the
yeah, that's
fucking
how
media
they
is, man.
keep their fucking business, because the views, it all comes down
Yeah.
to views.
Yeah.
Without
But
without views they get canceled,
right.
or like they get like, there's no
Yeah.
more news because no one watches
Yeah.
news.
That's why I don't. Well, I'm not saying for people not to watch the news or you watch what you do. You do you, right? But like, I don't like watching news because it's just negative thing after negative thing after negative thing. Like,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
I get it, but at the same time, there's other shit going on around the world that's not a tragedy, man. So I just
they
fuck the
post some.
news.
I think they post sometimes, but not as often as
Yeah.
negative shit. But if they
Fuck.
do post positive stuff, it's probably like real like minor stuff like that. Oh, cool, that's cute, that's cool. And then like other
Yeah.
news, this whole massacre just happened, and then like I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
Fucking change that. Fuck, it's like such a
Fucking
happy. Oh
drastic.
look adorable
Yeah.
these little puppies. Oh, like they're all coming in and like showing those cute puppies. These puppies are,
In
and
other
then
news,
in
the
other
world is
news,
ending on the other side of the world. Like, what the fuck?
the world's about to end in about 10 minutes. I was like, what the fuck?
Everybody tune in to CNN now. Yeah, man.
I don't know.
What's a fucked up place?
It's really become,
It's,
and their people's mindset is just such a toxic mindset now. Like, yo, just get over yourself, bro. Like, I don't know, man. That's what I know. I went off track on the fucking whole, but the whole community, like whatever community, Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ, all those feminist movement community, all those people to me are now considered like toxic because their mindsets are so fucked
yeah.
up.
I was gonna make a point to you about that.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Enlighten me, bro.
'Cause
Enlighten me.
I know
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were
Sorry.
saying, you know,
Yeah.
how, of course, that how, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement, there's people like taking advantage and doing other shit that's not for the movement. It's just you taking advantage, right?
Mhm.
So, like what I see in that, because I've seen other people speak about it,
Yeah, I've heard people speak about it
and
too. Yeah,
they're
but
like,
they
you
make some
know,
really good valid points. I'm
people,
not gonna lie.
yeah, yeah, of course, and they're like, it's people like that, that why they don't take us seriously. And I totally agree with that. I'm like, yeah, because not everybody is for the cause. Some people are just like, oh, fuck the cause, fuck this guy, fuck everybody. I'm gonna do me, and do whatever the fuck I want. So they
Hmm.
take advantage, man. And to the media, oh, look what these Black Lives Matter movement is about. And now you just changed the whole fucking narrative about a whole movement that's supposed to
Hmm.
change for the good.
Yeah,
But since you
exactly.
have these fuckers on the side just not giving a shit,
Yeah, I think
and
it's like I think maybe like
right,
almost like 50 or maybe like 50 to 60% people actually there for the movement, and the rest are
uh-huh.
just there to start some shit for what the fuck.
Exactly. It's
Like,
yeah, and that's why it's such an issue nowadays
mhm,
because we're supposed to have our freedom of speech, and if somebody thinks you're wrong, you're wrong,
exactly.
and
There's,
it's their opinion, right?
hmm
And it's kind of that thing like, yeah, I respect your opinion, but you're wrong because like that I can say that because I'm not gonna go and beat you the fuck up over some shit, right? Like it doesn't matter to me.
hmm
It's I just don't care. You can state it, and it's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Not
Kind
that's
of
a,
like when you know when we
yeah,
go into our politics shit, and you're like, you know, saying your opinion. I it's not that I don't validate your opinion. It's like who I don't really. It doesn't concern me or like gets me mad or anything because at the end of the day, I don't care about politics. So it doesn't affect me, and it shouldn't affect you. Whoever's opinion, if it's different from yours, because at the end of the day, it's theirs, and at the end of the day, whether you beat them up or not,
hmm
it's still gonna be the same. So you're not gonna change shit.
no, no, no,
So
yeah,
might as well not even waste your energy.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We're
I
all
mean,
chilling.
I like to listen to people,
Move.
other people's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
perspectives. Though, don't mean
yeah.
like I stick to my opinions.
Of
But I
course.
also like to listen to people's like different perspective because you know they
Yeah,
may have a valid point, and
of
that's what a
course.
lot of people don't do these days. They don't
Uh
listen.
huh.
They it's
Yeah, and
it's
then
me
really,
or you're wrong. It's either I'm right or
exactly.
you're wrong. And it's always been like that. People don't like to open their minds and listen or the ears to listen and be like, you know what, he may have a valid point in that aspect. You know, maybe you're
Right.
right in certain points you're making. You know, like it just or like all right, maybe I disagree with you, but don't make a fucking oh you're wrong, but just say I disagree with you.
Right, right,
Yeah, I
right.
may not agree with
Yeah,
you, yeah, but don't be like oh you're wrong, you know, because you're not wrong. You're because your opinion might be wrong too. Honestly, you don't know.
exactly.
And if you're
Right.
wrong, then everybody who follows you is fucking wrong. So it's just like it's there's no fact or proof. Everything has been said is opinionated. So there's
Of
no
course.
proof of any right or wrong. Only it's all
Right.
based off morale, like what you think it's right, like in the morale standpoint, not
Of
like in the
course.
factual standpoint, like in like
Yeah.
oh this is right because this is feels right, you know, like it's like you know how do I put this in the morale wise in the how to put this trying to think of a fucking like God dude, I'm fucking having a brain fart right now. Fuck. Fuck. Uh, uh, but yeah, like it's like naturally like feeding your baby. That's considered right because if you don't feed your baby, what happens? You die, right? You know,
Yeah.
it's just like natural stuff like you have to do because the baby's not gonna feed itself, you know. So
Of course.
you know, it's just like yeah, like I'm saying that in that aspect, yeah, you kind of have to, you know.
Right. I mean, like I said,
It's
yeah.
like people go based off like what they think it's right from what their experience is, what they feel it's right, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
it all
not
goes
really
back to
like
your
any
background and how you were raised, man.
exactly. It really, yeah,
What you
pretty
believe in life.
much. It really comes down how you're raised too. That's a big part of it, you know. But I feel like a lot of these kids these days too, growing up without any values or any sense of like pretty much values and goals and any kind of discipline at all. Like no discipline whatsoever. And that's a big part. And that's what concerns me. That's the big part. I mean, it's okay. It's good to have discipline. I think every parent should teach some discipline to kids. Because if they don't, they're gonna grow up. Uh, they're gonna grow up like any other fucking kids these days. Grow up like fucking act like children all the time. Without any self-control or shit. I don't know. This is why I think I value the Mexican community more than ever.
Oh
Because
yeah.
they're a hardworking community and
Oh
they
yeah.
have values and shit, and they respect their mothers. They respect their family. They love their family. That was their They're hardworking people who have values and goals in mind. Where a lot of people these days don't even have that. Like a lot of them I've seen don't even they don't even know what the fuck to do with their lives. Like man, like it's just like I don't know. I'm sure your parents try to try to tell you go to college, go to college, go to college.
Yeah.
You know, but then you
Cool.
obviously you had your other plans, so that happens. It's all good. But you're still working hard to get somewhere to make money, right?
Of course. Gotta
So that's the one
feed
big
my
thing.
family.
Yep, exactly. So you have the values of what you need, what to work hard to get somewhere, and make enough money to support your family. You know, so your family can live good, eat good, live good.
Yeah.
You have that. You have that because you were raised the way you were raised. Because your parents did the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's another thing a lot of kids don't have. A lot of these kids are not becoming spoiled, and they grow up to be.
Yeah. That's another big point they were making on the whole like gun laws and gun changes and
Oh man, don't even get me
uh,
started on the
uh
gun laws, bro. Don't even get started on the gun law.
nah. Nah, I'm gonna get you started
Alright,
because
alright.
there is a point that they made
Do
that I was like,
do you want to
yeah, you're right. And the
start the game while we do this? Cause I can.
wanna,
Yeah, it's
you
you're the
wanna?
party. Uh,
Do you wanna just play a map just to like survive in it, or do you wanna
yeah,
like
sure. Fuck
go
it.
for it?
Yeah, let's play. Yeah, let's
Because
play.
we're talking, we're not gonna be concentrating on
Nah,
the
yeah,
game
you're
either
right.
way,
You're
bro.
right. No, yeah,
Fucking die.
we'll do the Easter eggs later.
Okay. What do you wanna do? Just
Uh,
which one?
was Outbreak the one that was like multiple maps, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think Outbreak was the open map one.
You want to try that one? It's like
Yeah.
open. Just kind of fuck around that one.
You wanna do endless
Fuck it.
or? Okay.
Yeah, let's see why not.
Oh wait. Fucked it. I fucked it. Grim Reaper. Outbreak. Wait, no. Private. Private outbreak.
Dude, watch this video fucking get taken down as soon as I post it, bro.
Sensitive content.
Bro, I don't even know what to put in the title,
Alright,
bro. What should I put in the title?
put this dick.
I want to put something funny. That's what for sure. I want to
Uh,
something like a big fu, but in a joke way, kind of.
hold on. Let me- Password. Where's the damn password? We're making sure you're not a bot. Suck my dick.
You have one?
Massive.
Damn, is it invisible or some shit? Is it imaginary? Is it
Shut the
imaginary?
fuck
Cause I
up.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hold on. Just gonna put hangout zombie.
What are you gonna start recording, streaming or what?
There.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I don't know if I should put the hangout or I should put a.
Oh.
Or I should put.
I put real talk, real talk. Hangout real slash real talk. I don't know, something like that. Well, we've been having some real talk. I feel like we definitely need to have. That's like a big thing that
Be
I've
advised,
noticed.
Strike team is on the
that-
ground in the OZ.
Hold up, I gotta.
Fever, energy research has lost communications with us.
You know, one of the big things I noticed about this whole society, the whole people don't want to sit down and have a real talk.
Alright.
Like legit,
Yeah.
like be adults and let's all talk about this and have a better understanding
Yeah, man.
of where everybody stands. You know, No one likes to do that. Like, and then I think that we're at that point where it's either my way or get the fuck out of here kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
it sucks because I feel like we become more divided than ever. It's crazy, bro. How far like we gone so good, and then next thing you know, we're fucking like going back to divided again. You know, it's crazy. Damn, how far we fallen? Fuck.
How far have you fallen, Anakin?
I mean, we've done a lot. We've definitely accomplished a lot during these, but for such a united country, like we're such a divided country. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm over here.
You know the one thing uh one thing I've actually really never noticed until some people started like I've seen YouTubers like podcast people who start mentioning it and stuff like that. You know what that and even comedians will mention it and like dude he makes a valid point. You know how like the whole thing about people it's like white privilege and shit like that. Nah, bro, it's never. They use that because mostly white people, yeah, fucking have the white privilege, but technically, it's like it's all about rich and poor, bro. It's never. But the only reason why they fucking use, obviously they use color to fucking make it more divided, but it really comes down to rich and poor. Because you could be white and live in a poor ass neighborhood, right? And then you don't have any
Yeah.
kind of privileges. And then there's a black family who's rich as fuck, and they have what most people consider white privileges. So what? That he has black privileges? So yeah, it's just like I've noticed that, and then I've seen videos people posted like actual.
Mhm.
I was like, man, you know what? That kind of like makes sense now. Like I never thought of it that way, but that makes sense. It's not about color. It's about really. It's all comes down to rich and poor. That's the only two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to, man. A lot of people tend to avoid to see that. It's never been about the color. It's always been about the rich and the poor. That's all it really came down to. And then
Yeah.
people don't want to accept that. People
Oh
and then
yeah, man. Rich and poor is really a fucking issue,
that's that.
especially
Yeah, I
when
know,
it comes to, especially when it comes to like laws and like court and the judicial system. It's just fucking
oh yeah.
trash. If you have cash, bro, you're just
Oh
not
yeah,
going
yeah. I
down.
agree. Oh, I agree.
You're not staying there for long, at least.
What if it's just a hypothetical, like like a
Yeah,
theory.
fuck.
But what if I think at a certain point in history, I think they were starting to realize how rich people have too much power, right? The poor communities are starting to like notice it. Too much power, right? They're getting all these kind of privileges, right? And what if the rich decided to what's it called? Decided to start labeling this not as rich versus poor, but then start using the whole black versus white kind of thing, and then manipulating the media to only put the stories of that of like
Mhm.
white cops shooting uh, black criminals, right? And that's all they post, right? And that's all that because I've noticed a lot of them do that. And next thing you know, boom, next thing you know, everyone's brainwashed to think, oh, it's white privilege, and then like so the void from the true fact that's actually rich versus the poor. It's never been about the color, because there's plenty of
Oh,
white families who are fucking poor as shit, just as poor as any black family, almost any black family
oh yeah.
in within like a poor
Oh yeah.
neighborhood, right?
Yep.
It's not. It all comes down to rich and poor. That's really like what it comes down
I
to,
mean,
you know.
we've had, man, like
Shit, me hell.
Eminem knows what it was like.
Mhm.
He's white, and you can relate to them,
Mhm.
like to how some black people feel. That are, some people feel oppressed. But then again, it comes back to like thinking of that
It's just it.
poor and rich, and
Mhm.
like I look at it as the truth because you have money, you got power, you got the power to do a lot of different
Mhm.
things.
And no matter your color, shit.
Money
Once you got
moves
the power,
people.
bro, you have the privilege. You have the
Money moves
power. You
people.
have the
So yeah,
privilege. It's not about your color or skin. It's just how you fucking if you have the power to obtain that privilege.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's some racist motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
There is.
I agree. No, no, there is. There are some
But
really. I mean, there's a whole fucking neo-Nazi community too. We have to think about
yeah,
too. But no, like, yeah, no, and like I agree with you. It comes down to
yeah,
that. You know, it all comes down to that shit.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
people tend
And
to not agree with that. They tend to deny that. It's like, no, it's black versus white. But I mean, they'll kind of agree with it, but it's like, no, it's all about the whites being like white privilege and shit. And I'm like, nah, you
mm,
sure? I mean, yeah, but I think it's more really about the rich. Cause what if right now you obtain just as much money as any fucking rich family, like have the power, then you have the power to become privileged technically. You technically do. With all that money, you could do so much with that shit. Like what's to say you're just given $100 million, right? Now you're a millionaire. Now you're considered powerful technically, you know,
yeah,
in a sense, and now you have the privilege with that power. You know, it's I don't know. It's just it doesn't seem
yeah.
that makes more
I
sense than
mean,
the whole fucking. Cause like we think about it though, cause like what's it called? You know how almost every basketball player is fucking rich, right? Fucking Shaq made some smart investments. He's fucking
oh yeah,
stupid rich right now.
oh yeah.
You know?
I got a smart man right there.
Yeah, no. Well, he was kind of he said some stories where like he made some dumb decisions.
Oh well, don't get me wrong, bro, but yeah, don't get me wrong, he might have. Yeah, I mean, we're
No, yeah,
living
he
in
did, he
today,
did.
but
I remember I remember he said he bought like his mom a car. He bought his dad a car. He bought when he first started in the NBA.
yeah,
Fuck. God damn it. When he first started in the NBA,
yeah,
yeah, he said like, oh, like he bought himself a mansion and he noticed like, man, he wasted like almost like $1 million, dude. Like, yeah, I think he bought his mom had like a Cadillac, and he bought his dad a Cadillac, and like a brand new Cadillac too. Not like, how much those go by.
oh yeah. Well, at the time, I don't know how much, but I know they're fucking expensive, man.
Oh
60K
yeah,
probably.
even the older models are just expensive, almost as expensive, bro. I don't know why. I think it's just the class of it, I guess.
Yeah, it's the brand, man.
Yeah. Oh, you got the canister too?
Yeah, I'm going to the deposit. Oh no, though, like I know some of us exaggerate about some dumb, like not dumb shit, but like some stuff. Ah damn.
He actually has the most paid he said he's actually got the most spent on Walmart. He spent like about 80K in
Yeah,
one day at
yeah.
Walmart. I don't know if I'm sure you saw in the video.
Okay. Yeah, he's the biggest purchase in Walmart history.
Yeah.
And then his card got declined.
Oh yeah. It's like,
He's
hey,
like,
someone.
yeah, I
It's
know
like,
I'm
hey,
not
Shaq.
broke.
It's like, no, not broke. What check?
And then he's like, and then call my bank up. He's like, oh, somebody tried to spend $70,000 on your card in Walmart. It's like, yep, that was me.
He said his own cash flow. Yep, that was me. Fucking check.
Yeah, man, when you have the amount of money to do that, you know, you're okay if you fuck up a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you buy some big companies and he's part of them and just keeps growing his money. It's funny how he tells his kids though. He tells his kids like, "Oh no, you're not rich. I'm rich." Yeah, he makes them work for their own shit.
Hey, that's a good. That's what like
Yep,
that's good. Cause that's how he gets spoiled, bro. Like kids will live with a
of course.
rich family, like rich dad. That's how they become spoiled. They don't at
Oh yeah.
least appreciate the values and shit. At least I don't know, man. Like that's a big problem these days.
Yep.
People can't discipline. I don't know, like I'm sure. I don't know if your dad like spanked
Okay.
you with a fucking bell once in a while. Probably. I don't know. I don't want to get into. I don't know if you want
Yeah,
to talk about that
a
shit, but
couple times, but I was
yeah.
really calm overall. I want to say it's to that fear of like, yeah, I don't want to get hit today, type shit, or
I better get
I
that
don't
aim.
want.
Now I'm gonna get my ass beat
Uh,
kind of shit.
yeah, man, I'll just be chill today. It's like, oh, can I get this toy? Nah, you can't get that toy. All right, you know what? We can't get that toy today. It is what it is. But going back to
Yeah, go ahead.
gun laws,
Oh yeah, I forgot we were talking
and
about that shit. We went so off track.
like, don't get me wrong, these shootings that are happening are so fucked, so fucked. Especially the latest one though. Wow, that took one shot. Okay, we're still in level one. That's why. Um, like I said, those shootings, man, it's so fucked up, bro. But
Oh, I agree.
it's like
So here's you
I
want to
have my kids,
okay.
right? So I
Yeah, yeah,
feel
yeah.
a certain way about all this shit, but it's just it's tough. Now, gun laws. It also just goes back to fucking discipline, man. We've had guns for so long, and back then I'm not so sure if it happened as consistent as
Oh
nowadays.
no, back then
I
was a
think
lot
so,
more lenient. Like,
right?
dude, back then you can have an automatic fucking assault rifle in your house,
Exactly. But
bro.
I'm saying about shootings like
Oh yeah, yeah.
you don't see them as consistent as today, right?
Nah, nah.
So
Nah.
like
It
I
was a lot.
said,
Yeah, yeah.
it does go. I heard a guy say, "What's different about back then and nowadays?
There was a
Discipline."
no. So
Dis-
yeah, another reason, another actually, I gotta implement to that is another reason why it's so different now than it is back then. Because now there's so many FDA laws that prevent you to acquire a lot of things. Like it prevents you to have not just fully automatic weapons, but like silencers, and you gotta have the rifle has to be a certain length. Like you have all these specific types of like it has to that what the FDA has like a regulation. Dude, if you ever look up the FDA, the gun laws, bro, they have a fucking a long ass list, bro, of shit that prevent you if it doesn't match. If it like for example the gun is like shorter than 60 inches, like a rifle, the rifle, I think the max the least the least length it could have, if any shorter than that, it's considered legal. If it's 60, it go from 60 inches and above. That's fine, but no one wants a fucking more than 60 inches right length rifle. But if it goes less than 60 inches, it's considered legal. Like if it's like off by 1 centimeter, it's considered legal. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot more stricter with the gun laws now than it was a lot back then. You can't even like with a shotgun, you can't cut it off. Like you can't do a sawed-off shotgun. That's considered illegal now. Like you can't do that shit. Back then you could just do that shit. No one cared, you know.
yeah,
But a
yeah,
lot of shit you do now with your weapon, like any kind of tinkering and shit like that, it's a lot of stuff is very very dangerous because it will be considered by the FDA law illegal if you do anything to it. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot more stricter now than it is back then. So that's why, like, I think it's. I mean, I don't know how disciplined, how far we can go, and people just want to get rid of it. Like, bro, there's how many. There's a people believe that actually without even. I hate when people say this shit without looking up information about the fucking laws. You can. I mean, people talk about guns like they fucking know, but they don't know. They don't know what the fuck they talk. They don't even know any how
yeah,
they tend to forget the FDA laws. Why the reason they're there to prevent a lot of stuff from people doing any kind of illegal modifications to the weapons. At least, because if they do any kind of legal modifications, obviously, you know, they can get,
yeah,
that's, there's reasons behind it. And then a lot of gun companies have to apply with the FDA as well. So they do a lot of shit to their weapons to prevent anybody to do any sort of modifications to that weapon so that doesn't come to that. So back then, you could probably there's a lot of weapons back then where you can modify it and it can shoot fully automatic, or you can add like all these crazy attachments. Like make I don't know, like it's just like illegal, a lot of like illegal shit to it, and no one cared technically. Uh, but now these days, yeah, it's a lot of laws. There's like, you look up the, I'm telling you, look up the FDA laws, policies, and you'll see a fucking shit ton list, and it's for every single goddamn weapon, every type of firearm, you know. So
Yeah.
that's just my. That's the reason why I hate when people talk about like guns like they know. Well, they don't know what the fuck they're
Yeah.
talking about.
I
That's
mean,
that's my opinion. That's just my point.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
talking about the specific weapons. Like,
Mhm.
it's not like I don't have a problem with weapons,
Yeah.
though. But
I mean,
when
yeah.
it
No,
comes
I'm not.
to
Yeah. I don't want to say
uh,
like. I don't want to say like. You know, you have your opinion. Like you know, you can say
right,
what you want, but don't be acting like you know what you're talking about. That's my problem. That's just because if you haven't done your research about it. Because that's why I kind
right,
of like step in and have to like educate you a little bit on that. That's it. That's just me. But I mean, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. Oh, like I said, I'm not talking about specifics
Hmm.
or what is allowed, what is not allowed, or to ban weapons. It's not what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But what I'm saying is, what's changed is fucking people, man. Fucking people. It sucks, but sometimes parents can't hit kids because oh, it's they're gonna call authorities or this could happen to
Yeah.
parents or this and that. And back then, man,
Hmm.
it fucking mattered. Our grandma used to hit our fucking parents with any fucking thing she found, right?
Hmm.
And I'm not saying that was okay, but at the end of the day, she did raise our parents in a way where
Yeah.
there's no, they don't have any like issues like nowadays, man. A lot of these kids that
Nah.
oh, I'm gonna go and do this stupid shit, and like what it's based on, what they think, what goes through their fucking mind at that time, I don't know, man. And then at the end of the day, the fucked up part is that like a lot of these people don't fucking go to jail, man. All these
Yeah.
fucking people just
Nah.
go to a fucking crazy place and they're there, and I don't know. Like it goes back to just this world being a fucked up place because at the end of the day, they're not getting our kids back, and fucker that is responsible for doing this shit doesn't really have any major consequences.
You know the reason why we can't is that we can't agree with those that all their mindset because we were actually more raised kind of more old fashioned than they were. They're probably more raised into like more like the modern ways these days, where it doesn't require any that there's no discipline, there's no like ass beating with the belt or chocolate, you know. You know,
Right.
like we were raised more the old-fashioned way. We're probably like the last generation to be raised that way,
Oh yeah.
and it shows the difference. It really shows the difference between us and them because we value things differently. Well, we don't fucking make we just think differently, in a sense where I don't know how to put this in the words. Like we just value things differently, we
Right.
appreciate hard work, we appreciate like, family and shit like that. And you know, those people I don't those guys people they don't they're more mad about certain shit that they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, and
Yeah.
like I don't understand them honestly, and it's giving me a headache, and I'm honestly giving up trying to understand them because like once they start to do the whole fucking they pronouns they and them, yeah, you lost me there, bro. You lost me there. Like that's where you lost me, bro. Like no, I'm not gonna get. That's where like I just can't. I don't know what
Right.
mindset you got that from. Like I don't know what gave you the idea that you could just change the. Yeah. It's like me saying, you know what,
Oh
my
man.
pronouns are gonna be awesome and fucking badass. So you only address me as a badass and awesome. Like that's what it sounds like to me. You just change your whole like you know. You see that?
Mhm.
You see? Hey, you know that badass over there? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Ah man. At the end of like the thing is that
I
nowadays
I
people
just
can't
don't.
think for themselves, man.
That's another thing. I've been like. a lot of their fucking mindsets come from other people's mindsets. They're not their own. They
They're just
claim that's their
following.
own, but it's not. They're in
They're
their
just
way.
following.
They're just as brainwashed as they think we're brainwashed. You know, like they think we're brainwashed people. Like just because we
Man,
think the old ways, like we think like
yeah,
somewhat like old-fashioned ways of
yeah,
of
yeah.
thinking. But technically, they're brainwashed by other people's brainwashed. So technically, doesn't that make you brainwashed? Like your opinions and ideas are based off other people's opinions and ideas. They're not your own ideas and
Oh yeah,
opinions.
yeah.
And it's
Like
like,
they're using.
does that technically mean you're brainwashed too? Because you believe that? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
but if you tell that to them, they're gonna be like, oh no, fuck. Oh no, this is just me. I'm my true self. So okay, cool. But you know, when did you decide to think like that? Oh, when I start hearing about all this shit, you know, about the fucking trans community, all those guys. Okay, so you feel bad for them, right? So you want to be part of that community. So that means you're brainwashed, right? You just want to like you believe them, thinking they're suffering and being ridiculed, but no, in reality, no one really gives a shit. You know, you just want to fucking have
Yeah.
some. You just want some attention. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know.
Shit. I have very big thoughts on that too. It's like, the fuck?
Oh yes, what I say, man. That's what we're here for.
There we go.
That's what we're here to talk about.
Um,
Conversations that no one wants to talk
so
about.
pretty much, bro. Like I said, it's not like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Place. Okay. So yeah, it's not like I want to disrespect them
I
or
don't either. I don't want
either,
to, but like
or however they classify themselves. Hold up,
I kind of do want
hang
to
on.
disrespect them because yeah,
But
I
at
kind
the same time, the way some of them carry themselves, I want to say everybody is not true.
I want to say a good majority of them, honestly. That's just
But the
my
way that
yeah.
some of them that are in the media take themselves is fucking bad, man. It's just at the end of the day, I just don't like when they go into other stuff and they invade other stuff, like kind of like
Oh
the Disney
yeah,
movies now, where
yeah,
there's kids movies and then there's like two kids kissing each other and they're both
yeah.
boys,
They
or
really
shit like
try.
that, right?
Yeah, I agree with you on
And
that one.
I don't
Yeah,
like
no.
that because they're like, oh, let children choose. Oh yeah, man, let them choose. Don't be putting ideas in their brain.
Bro, that's a big thing I've been pissed about lately about that. Like
And
they're really trying to enforce these ideas to these young kids. I don't know. They shouldn't be talking about this yet.
nope,
Like
they
they
shouldn't be
shouldn't.
knowing about
No.
this sexual orientation stuff at this
Exactly.
age, man.
That should be between them and their parents. Not the school. The school should not be responsible or be part of that shit. That's what pisses me off. They shouldn't, and then they make it seem like it's an. And a lot of teachers actually, I'm noticing a lot of teachers are, you know, part of that community, and they talk about that shit to the kids sometimes. They ask them questions and like, no, you should. If they ask you questions, like, this is something you should talk to your parents about. You know, not with us. It's
Hmm.
like it's very inappropriate to be talking about that.
Yeah,
Like any even if it's
they're
not
very
transgender or
selective,
nothing like that, any that's involving with that with your teacher should not be talking about that. That's private. That's something that's between you and your parents.